Do you ever have those weeks where it feels like you're just running and running and running around and it's tough to even catch your breath? Well, basically the past 3 weeks have been like that for us. I like to think that life has seasons. There's busy seasons, calm seasons, transitional seasons, and for us right now in our life, it seems like we're finishing up at the tail end of a busy season and kind of moving into a transitional season. And that's why I want to take you along with me today, because during this transitional season, it's a great time for me to take a look around at my home and think about what I need, what I don't. So I thought that we could do that together today. Because today we are doing my entire home, I'm going to separate it into 7 distinct zones. My office, the living room, the guest bathroom and hallway, the kitchen, the master bedroom, the main bathroom, and finally my kids' bedroom. Just a quick note, theoretically my husband's office would have been zone 8, but he asked for an exemption because he was very busy. And I don't want you to just sit there. This is a decluttering motivation video. I want you to get up and declutter along with me. So before we get started, make sure to grab some boxes, bags, or bins. You're going to use those to separate your items into donate, sell, trash and recycle, or rehome as we go. At the end of this video, I'm gonna pile everything up so we can see how much there is, so make sure to stick around until the very end. Okay, so now here we are in my office, and I know that there's a couple small things that I need to tackle in here. The ugly fake bamboo plant in the corner has some surprising creatures living in it, and my wall grid on my office and inside my desk, my kids have put some things in there that I need to go through and just declutter. And then as far as my cabinet, there's not a whole lot of stuff inside of it, but there's some stuff on top of it. So let's go through everything and see what we can find. First things first, Supervisor Yorick is going to move over here to keep an eye on things. And then I'm gonna take this paperwork that was left over from our passport applications and recycle those. Let's go through the drawers and see what kind of small presents my kids have left inside. Not only is it a good idea to have bins for getting rid of things, but also when you need to take things back to their proper place, it's a great idea to have a bin for that. So these things need to go back to their original homes. Okay guys, how cute is this? My son made his interpretation of my goals goat that is on my vision board. I know a lot of you got a kick out of seeing me add a goat to my 2021 vision board video, and somebody commented below to give him the name Goals Goat, and I think he's really helping me meet all my goals this year. But anyway, my vision board has collected a couple extra things beyond what I put on it originally, like some small pieces of artwork. So now I need to go through and declutter a couple things that my kids have added. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm already sweating, no joke. It's like 90 degrees outside. It's hotter in here. The fan over here broke, and my husband called them this morning and they're going to send us a new one because we still have it under warranty. So I'm just gonna go get the back hallway fan really quick so I don't suffocate in here while we're decluttering. Hold on a second. It can be really easy to make excuses as to why you don't have time to declutter, and I am so done with making excuses, so I'm too hot is not gonna be my excuse. I'm still gonna get this done today. Let's go declutter motivation. Make sure to hit that like button and drop a door emoji down in the comments section below if you are on your own decluttering or minimalism journey. Try to like a few other comments so we can keep each other motivated. So this wallet is a little bit sentimental for me because it was given to me by my aunt at my undergraduate graduation. It was a bittersweet moment because both of my parents had already passed away. They weren't there obviously for my graduation, but my aunt was so wonderful and she gave me this along with a purse. The purse fell apart and I got rid of that a long time ago, and obviously this is in really bad condition too. So I've been hanging on to it and hanging on to it, and not only is it falling apart on the outside, but it's also falling apart on the inside. I think that what I can salvage out of this is this small piece that's used for my checkbook. So I'm going to save this piece out of here because this is still in pretty good condition, and I'm going to finally let this go. And there's also, I'm gonna try not to reveal personal information here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cards. And the only ones I need to keep are my bank cards. This is old dental, old iMed, old health card, the Banana Republic, I haven't shopped there in years, Costco, no Costco here, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Ulta card. Oh, I'm gonna save my Target Red card because I'm sure that in the future when I go back to the US, I'll want to go to Target again. Goodwill card. So all of these cards I'm going to give to my husband to be shredded in our paper shredder because it can actually shred cards so that no identifying information about us gets out. These cards need to go in my new wallet. I have bank deposit slips in here from 2016. As a recovering emotional hoarder, I know I tend to get overly sentimentally attached to things, so I always try to keep in mind the Marie Kondo quote to have gratitude for the things that you're discarding, because the gratitude will help give you closure. And so I'm remembering that as I give gratitude to this wallet that has served me so well in my life. Because this is my office, this is where I keep things related to my blog and my YouTube channels. I got native deodorant to try out. Maybe I should have opened it today because I'm over here sweating like crazy. I'm gonna be trying this and letting you guys know if I like it or not. And then I also ordered some fabric samples from sustainable and more eco-friendly stores on Etsy. They're linen. This dress is linen. You guys compliment me all the time on it and ask me where I got it from. Honestly, it was from H&M several years ago. I'm in need of new clothing, and I got some samples, and the colors that they have for their stores are just absolutely gorgeous. So I have samples from 2 different stores, and I'm gonna set these aside, but I can get rid of the envelopes for now. I also ordered a new lens for my camera that you've seen in a couple of my videos, and I am sure that I like it now, so I'm going to get rid of the box and the instructions that come with it, and then just go and replace everything back into the cart. Heading over to the fake bamboo in the corner, my little son Diti decided to decorate it with some paper caterpillars, and so that's what's hanging out in the tree over here. So I've got to go through this tree and take out all the paper caterpillars because I'm going to be getting rid of this tree. I recently did a Q&A video with my husband, and in it he promised me that he was going to find a nice real plant that could fit into the corner of my office, and he would be responsible for it because I am a notorious plant killer. So I'm clearing out this bamboo, and then I'm going to give it away personally, probably on a buy nothing group. So I got all of these paper caterpillars and whatnot out of it, and now I'm gonna head over to the bookshelf. On top of the bookshelf, we have a few miscellaneous things from my son's Kita graduation, and then some artwork that didn't come in time for the kitchen decluttering video, so I've got to put that to the side for later. And then this is from our wedding. It was actually given back to us by our in-laws who said that they didn't need it anymore. And I asked you guys on Instagram if you thought I was going to keep or declutter this, and 87% of you voted that I was probably going to keep it, which is not the case. We are actually going to get rid of it. My husband is totally on board with this because we have another better picture that we like more in his office, so this is going in the discard pile. I think we're pretty well done in here. I got everything cleared out of my desk and my IKEA Raskog cart. Obviously there's nothing in that corner. The bookshelf is already pretty minimalist. I just cleaned off the top of it, as you can see. There's not really much inside that needs to be gotten rid of, I don't think. Oh, wait. This I need to go through and take out a few things. Honestly, craft supplies are something that I tended to hoard, and I already talked to my sons Kita. I'm gonna give them these watercolor brushes and get rid of a couple of other of these crafting items. I think I am doing pretty well that all of the craft supplies that I have now pretty much fit into this one lunchbox that is sentimental in itself, by the way. But anyway, I'm gonna put everything back. I'm also gonna put back the linen samples that I got in there so everything fits. Okay, now we're in the living room. This is the section that's been driving my husband crazy. So we're gonna go through all of this stuff. Honestly, it's just a lot of trash and recycling. I'm gonna be getting rid of most of it. There's also some stuff inside the TV stand that we need to go through. And over here are just some various things that need to be taken back to their proper place. What is this? Some crafts and more pieces of the craft. This was given to us by our friends Christine and Jan from Little House on the Corner. I will link her down below if you guys want to check it out. She's got amazing style. This needs to go into the bookcase. This is our wedding album, which we actually keep up here to look at. And then also we play chess, and there's some other things in here. My husband got this because he was interested in finding out about plants for the balcony, but he's already done that. We've got some beautiful plants, so we can get rid of that. He likes to keep this here, but honestly, I don't feel like we need this on the TV stand. This is mine. And our home is already decorated, so I'm gonna try to get rid of this. Because we don't have any closets, I keep the craft and art supplies in the TV stand on the left-hand side, so I'm just putting some of these things back, and then I've got a couple of items that need redistributed to other areas. Our board games and some of my sentimental photo albums are in the right-hand side, so I'm just straightening those up. We tend to hang out in the living room a lot, so our dining room table and the couch are the places that tend to collect the clutter the most in our house, I would say. So even though it's not super bad, you can see that some things have started piling up here, and my kids left this stuff out here this morning. I guess we'll just talk about this right now because it's a little bit awkward. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that we live in a 100-year-old home here in Germany. It's basically a condo in the city, and so we have neighbors above and below us. And previously, our upstairs neighbor has only been here during the day mostly because it's like his office, but I guess for some reason he moved into the upstairs. He is like a crazy night owl, and we will hear him walking around at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, like nonstop all night long. And for 3 weeks, my husband wasn't sleeping at all. Luckily, our kids seemed to sleep deep enough that it didn't bother them, but it really, really bothered my husband. So we ended up getting him this fold-out sleeper bed, and we figure we can use it for him when he can't sleep because the neighbor is walking around. And if we ever have guests come over, it's something that's easy to pull out. The boys really enjoy jumping on it and goofing around on it. So I'm still trying to find an ideal location where I can store this thing, but for right now it's in the living room. We'll see if after this entire house declutter, if we can come up with a better solution. Now we're heading into day 2 of decluttering, and first we're going to hit the hallway, and I've got some trash up here that just kind of collect, including broken sunglasses. And then as far as the masks that we have up here, there's some extra ones because my son lost his at school and the secretariat gave him new ones. They don't fit really, so I'm going to donate those. Let's talk about these tennis balls for a second. Over Christmas, we had gotten our children some toy cars to play inside, and I told my husband it was a bad idea. It was gonna be bad for the floors, but we went ahead and did it, and guess what? We got big scuffs in all of our wood floors, so now we can't use the toy cars inside. We got these tennis balls because I had heard that there's a hack that they can take scuffs out of our floor, but it didn't work, so I'm going to donate these, and if you have any tips on how to get scuff marks from wheels out of hardwood floors, I would love to hear it. I always make it a habit to try to check with my kids before I declutter anything, but kids are not always the most reliable resource when it comes to knowing what to keep and what to get rid of. As you're going to see later, Didi made a small mistake with his shoes. But now that I've gone through the inside pieces, I'm gonna put these things back. These no longer fit, so I'm going to get rid of those. And there's a couple squirt guns that broke, so I bought new ones. I'm replacing them and putting them back inside this grocery shopping cart that I use for additional storage in our front entryway. So because it's now summer instead of winter, what I did is I moved the scarves up higher to the top up there, and then I moved up my purses, and then I put the hats and other stuff lower so that the boys can get it if they need. Of course, jackets, because the weather here is super unpredictable. It was like 100 degrees a couple days ago, and now it's in the 60s and raining. So you never know what's gonna happen in Berlin. Now we're in my front hallway bathroom, which is probably echoing horribly. I don't think you guys have ever been here, so I'm gonna show you a little bit. My tripod over there in the corner. Obviously a mirror. We're gonna go through this here, and then also there's some stuff that I want to go over and go through in that corner. But let me just point out this lovely thing right here. So the guy came to check our water for the very first time, and he said that when the people built this, this was supposed to be removable so that they could check the water. They didn't make it removable. So his solution was to simply rip it out of the wall. He just basically came into our house and put a big hole in the wall and left like, peace out, no big deal.
We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. Don't know if I can decipher how your mind works. Yeah, you leave me wondering what it's like to feel your skin. I will keep on trying to.
Okay, so in the front bathroom, this is all the stuff that I've identified for me to get rid of. And then now over here, just cleared out and combined a little bit of cleaning stuff so it's a bit tidier. And yeah, super simple. Okay, we are moving right along, and now we are going to head into the kitchen, my friends. Let's do this. So give me a sign. Okay guys, I'm gonna totally call out my husband here because he is notorious for getting recommendations from his family and going and buy things that we never use. Before it was an egg steamer, and then it was this thermos that his parents have a similar one from. They brought it here from China especially for him, and we only used it once. So we're actually going to give this to them so that they have a spare because theirs gets a lot of use. We just don't use ours. I could go for this, no more tricks. We could take things slow. Say you think about it too. When the lights go out and there's no doubt that I should be with, that I should be. We've been on and off again and again.
I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me.
This small heart vase was given to me by Dee for Mother's Day, and I have used it several times. I used it for Lily of the Valley after Mother's Day, which is my favorite flower, and it's not very practical because pieces keep falling off of it. If it gets wet, it gets ruined and a little bit soggy, but I took some videos, I took some nice pictures, and so this little vase is going to live on in my memory, but I'm going to go ahead and let it go. We are on a roll, folks, and that means now we are in the master bedroom, and I'm going to go through my wardrobe and see if there's any pieces that I need to get rid of. All right, so let's just talk about what we've got going on over here. So between yesterday and today, this is all the stuff that I'm getting rid of. And then I wonder if you guys recognize this dress. This is the dress from my previous wardrobe decluttering video, which you guys voted for me to save. And I want to turn it into a skirt. The only problem with that is everything has been closed for the lockdown. So there's been a seamstress that I've been eyeing to try to get a quote on what it would take to turn that dress into a skirt. But I think they're just now reopening. I will hopefully be able to do a minimalist wardrobe update soon and see if we can save that dress. I feel like we need to talk about this skirt because this is something that I saved in a previous video, and I don't think I was being honest with myself when I kept this skirt. And what I've realized is if given the choice, I don't reach for this skirt. I always reach for the loose fitting linen skirt. I just feel so much more comfortable in this. It's breathable, it's relaxed, it's easy, it fits my body better. And I realized that this skirt is like a fantasy self item for me, which if you're not sure what a fantasy self item is, I would recommend you go watch this video. Items that we hold on to because they represent an idealized image. And the image that this conjures up for me is someone who was 15 years younger when she was wearing this, had a very skinny waist, and this is just not something that I feel comfortable or fabulous in anymore. It's not doing me any good just hanging in my closet if I don't wear it. I'm going to let this go. So what do we have left in this section? We have these clothes. I had removed one skirt. My son's costumes are up there. And then in the bottom are some memory items. If you guys are interested in talking about sentimental clutter and how to make a memory box, my kids have actually been asking me to start a memory box for them. So if a memory box is something that you'd like to talk about, drop me a comment below and let me know. We have to keep our off-season blankets and toilet paper in the wardrobe because we just don't have space for it anywhere else. So we've switched from winter blankets to summer blankets. So they are in here right now, but I have a couple things to get rid of. So we have this that my mother-in-law lent us for my husband when he needs that fold-out bed, but now we have these nicer jersey ones. So we're going to give this back to my mother-in-law. This is something that I got ages ago from Banana Republic, and it was like $125 giant wool scarf, and I got it for like 75% off. I was like, score. But we've never used it. I tried to put it out on the couch as a decoration, but my husband said it's just an annoyance. It slips around and it doesn't even look that great. So I'm probably gonna hold on to that until the months get a little bit colder and try to sell it. Actually, I think that's my first sell item since we started this whole thing. This is a rain jacket that we never ever use. I can probably sell that too. I'm actually gonna make this into the textile recycling bin, and I can take it to H&M to get a discount later because some of these things are just so worn, they're not good for donation. And then this is a memory. My friend knitted this for my baby son. Do you want to save your baby blanket or do you want to get rid of it?
Save it.
You want to save it? Do you want to put it in a memory box? Yeah? with some of your other precious things? Okay, can you put that in the box over there with your shoes? Right away, diving into the rest of my wardrobe in the lower drawer, I knew that I didn't want these red faux leather pants anymore because when we were moving our Christmas tree, I learned just how sweaty these things can get.
My pants are so sweaty.
One great tip that I've gotten from you wonderful followers is that holey socks make great dusting rags, so that's always an option. Okay, so here we have several pieces that are going for textile recycling or getting repurposed for cleaning. And then these are in good enough condition to be donated. I wonder if I could fit that sleeper sofa in here somewhere. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this stuff. I'm going to be talking about these in future videos, but this, this. So these are fabric samples that I saved after a project that I did when my son was a baby, and I've been saving them for 8 years, and I've never done anything with them. I think it's time to get rid of these, no matter how cute they were. I got this fabric from a website called Spoonflower. Oh my gosh, they do such cute things, but I don't think I'm gonna use this. I thought I'd just mention about the green pants that I'm getting rid of. They are really, really tight in the calves. I've gained a little bit of weight, my body has changed, and I find them uncomfortable to wear. They ride up and then get stuck. So I'm going to let these go. And then let's compare a very similar color and fabric with something that I like, which is this green jumper. So you can tell I'm much happier and more comfortable in this item. So at the end of day 2, this is how much stuff I have decluttered in total between all the zones that we've gone through. Tomorrow we're gonna hit 2 more. So today is day 3 of my entire house declutter. Didi was home from school yesterday, but today he's back, which should help me a lot. So today on day 3, we are going to be doing the bathroom and then ending up here in my kids' bedroom. The bathroom is gonna be super easy, guys. So let's see if there's anything in here. Oh, I think we're good, except what's this? My husband said he was going to use this and he still hasn't. How long ago was that video? I think we need to do a declutter with my husband video. Not sure if he'll agree. I already got out the things that I don't want anymore, so these didn't work for me, unfortunately. And I will be getting rid of those. Let's see if there's anything down here. Gotta have stuff to wax your mustache, guys. Should have done it for this video. That's it, we're done in the bathroom. I realized yesterday that I had my wool socks hiding from winter. Unfortunately, they have gotten ginormous holes in them, big enough to stick my entire hand. Because our hardwood floors are so old and rough, they just literally tear up my socks like nothing else. So we're gonna be saying goodbye, and thank you for the service to these socks. realized that I've been using some of the boys' containers for sorting in the other room, so I need to recover these so that I can sort the toys a lot easier and put them back as I go.
My original idea was only to sort through things and put them back right as I go and not make a huge mess, but I got in the zone and I dumped everything out and immediately just asked myself, why did I do that?
Startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb.
Really not that much to get rid of. I'm gonna put these things over here back, and these things are for trash and recycling. So you might recognize this beanbag chair as being the same one that's in my husband's office. My father-in-law saw the beanbag chair and he requested that my husband get him one exactly like it because he liked it so much. But my father-in-law just turned 81 years old and he found that in practice, although it looked cool and he enjoyed sitting in it, he had a hard time getting up out of the beanbag chair. So he gave us the beanbag chair back. And what we've also come to realize is that these beanbag chairs that were gifted to us by my sister-in-law just are not very comfortable to sit in. They lose their shape. It's just basically like a beanbag pancake. So I do think that beanbag chairs make a great gift for kids, but I would suggest that you look for beanbag chairs that have a better, firmer shape versus these kind that just like lose their shape. So we're getting rid of both of these beanbag chairs. We've already talked to our kids about it, and not only that, Diti's Kita just underwent a complete renovation and they have new beautiful floors, and my husband asked them would they like these beanbag chairs for their new like recreation area, and they were like, yeah, please. So no worries, these are going to a good cause. After doing the toys, now it's time to work on the kids' clothing, and my kids are very rough on their pants, so they tend to get a lot of holes in them. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through, starting with Didi, and see if I can find anything that has holes, or it's too stained, or it's completely outgrown. I've already done an entire video on how to declutter kids' clothing. If you want to check that video out after this one, it's really helpful because it's going to go through all the steps, because there's a more efficient way to do it for sure. As I move through the different categories of clothing, I'm trying to put them back as I go. So I am putting back the shirts after I'm done, moving on to the pants, then putting the pants back. That way I can declutter with less mess and less stress. My kids are pretty similar in size, so there wasn't much for Gugu to pass down to Didi, only this one dinosaur shirt, although I did find a sweatshirt in Gugu's side, so I'm going to put these now into Didi's side.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up and we just sing along.
It looks a lot more organized in here now, and if you swing around, you can see I've actually gotten rid of quite a bit of stuff. Some things that just need to be recycled, some things that are in good enough shape to donate. This is basically 2 bags or 2 baskets worth of stuff that was just taking up space. That's just more time and more space I get back to myself and my boys get back in their room. I know that you guys have suggested to me that I could get some baskets to put in here. I have 2 problems with that. The depth of these, it's actually not very deep. And then also this hardware, I don't know if you can see it, but it sticks out quite a bit. So I'm not quite sure that I would be able to fit baskets in here. But for right now, it works pretty well just stacking it up vertically like this. Let me show you both sides. Ta-da! So much more empty now, and still have plenty of clothing options to choose from. Let's see if there's anything up here that needs gotten rid of. This is where they hide their pajamas during the day. I'm not fussy about it. We just shove them in there. These are the socks. We have some unmatched socks. They're probably in the laundry right now. And then underwear on this side. I don't think there's anything that needs to be gotten rid of up here, so yay. It's been a really long time since I've made a big pile to see how much stuff I'm getting rid of. So I'm interested to see how much it really is. Let's go do that.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain. Beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within.
So that I actually got my shoes mixed up, and this one still fits and this one does not fit. So we're getting rid of this one instead of this one. One of the first things to go is this rose gold fan, which I'm happy to say we received the replacement for on the final day of this video. So my husband fixed that up right away so that we were no longer suffocating and I didn't have to keep moving the other fan back and forth. But let's get to piling everything else up and see how much we have. A lot of people think that once you become a minimalist, you'll never have clutter again, and that's just not the case. Especially as a minimalist family, kids grow and need new clothes, papers flow into the home, things get old and break, and that's just a normal part of life. We do try to consume less and be thoughtful about how we get rid of clutter and what we bring into our home. So a small declutter here and there is all we need to keep our home tidy and happy.
All right, I'm gonna return this to my parents for you.
Okay, they gave us back the beanbag chair. We
Yeah.
give them back the ingredients and the canister. All right, thanks. Thank you so much for following along with me as we decluttered my entire minimalist house together. Even as a minimalist, when you are extra careful, there's still things that you acquire over time that you will need to get rid of. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure that you do, because I'm going to be talking about how to decide what to donate versus what to sell, because that's a question that I get from you guys all of the time. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.